Very nice. Very nice.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to bring you guys a deck that I've been having a lot of fun with, and with the release of Maze and Masters, we got some new support. This deck kind of plays like Tenpai, and it loves to go second, so this is a pure go second deck list. But without talking too much more, let's get straight into it. This is my Ancient Gear deck profile. Let's get it. First on the list, rocking out this new broken card, Ancient Gear Statue. Ancient Gear Statue can be special summoned from your hand when your opponent controls more monsters than you do. And then at any point in time, you can tribute him to special summon an Ancient Gear monster, ignoring their summoning conditions. This card is really good to get everything going, and it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to pick up the deck. Next on the list, playing 3 Ancient Gear Wyvern. This card is our main searcher in the deck because when it's normal or special summon, we can add 1 Ancient Gear card from our deck to the hand. Not too much more to say about it, we just use it to search certain pieces that we need to game our opponent. Next on the list, we play 2 Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Dark Golem is one of the main cards that we'll be going into to bring us game, so we definitely had to run 2 of him. Basically, when he's normal or special summon, you can add 2 Ancient Gear cards from your deck to your hand, and then you have to discard 1. So a lot of times you'll be grabbing your commander and a trap card and then pitching the commander, and then you use the commander, banish it, and then you place the trap card face up, proceed to punch your opponent in the face. But this card is pretty dope, and it's always treated as Ancient Gear Golem when it's on the field or in grave. So definitely have to run this card at 2. Next on the list, I am running the 1 OG Ancient Gear Golem. Sometimes you do want to have the OG name and body, so that way you can do some more OTK and combo plays. He is a brick, but hey man, like what deck doesn't run at least 1 brick these days, you know what I mean? Next on the list, I'm playing 1 Ancient Gear Frame. You really don't have to play this card, but he does allow you to search one of your Ancient Gear spell or traps by discarding the cards. So let's say we have the OG brick in our hand, and then we have this guy. We can activate this guy, send the brick to graveyard, and then we can add our Ancient Gear Fusion, and then proceed to do some more plays from there, or we can add our Ancient Gear Ballista, or just anything that mentions Ancient Gear for real. But I am choosing to run him right now because he does have certain applications, so that's why we run him. Next on the list, I'm running 1 Ancient Gear Tanker and then 1 Commander. Commander is the one that you're going to be banishing to place your trap, and then Tanker allows us to special summon an Ancient Gear monster from our hand, ignoring the summoning conditions. So personally, I'm playing 1 and 1. If anything, I'll probably bump this up to 2, but for right now, I'm running 1 and 1, and they've been working out great, so very nice. Next on the list, I'm playing 1 Magical Hound and then 1 Gizmek. I have seen a lot of lists cut these cards, but I actually like them. Gizmek, you can banish a special summon one of your Ancient Gear monsters from the grave in defense position, and then, their effects will trigger. Typically, you want to go for your Dark Golem. I like Magical Hound because he bounces a face-up spell or trap. Sometimes your opponent might have a spell or trap that you really don't want to deal with, and he can bounce a face-up spell or trap back to the hand. And then if you do so, special summon him, and then, you can get some more plays going. But I like running these cards, and I feel like they help me extend a little bit more, so why not? You know what I mean? Next on the list, I'm playing 2 Kaijus in the form of Jizukiru. The reason why I'm deciding to run this is because a lot of decks build these crazy boards, and being able to just spot remove a problem is just too good, so why not? You know what I mean? Next on the list, I'm playing 1 Therion King Regulus. Everything is pretty much a machine in the deck, so this card is pretty free when you summon it, and we do run the Spriggans little package in our extra deck, so you know what I mean? We can search this card whenever we need it to have an Omni negate. So pretty good, pretty good. Next on the list for hand traps, I'm running 3 for Wallows. You know what I mean? Sometimes I let my opponent play a little bit just so I can get a couple cards. So when I go for game next turn on my turn, I know I got what I need. Lastly on the list for monsters, I'm running 3 Perulia to complement the Fuwaloses for the same reason. So that's pretty much it. But that's about it for the monsters. Let's go ahead and get into the spells. First of the spells, we're playing 3 Ancient Gear Fortress. This hands down is like one of the most broken cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I'm saying? Once you play this card, your opponent can't respond to any Ancient Gear monsters the turn they were normal or special summon. So it allows us to go for a lot of game plays, and then if they destroy this card, it also like floats into another card. So definitely had to max out on this card. This card is too good and too broken. And it's searchable. Like, it's crazy. Next on the list, I'm running this OG card in the form of Gear Town. Nothing to really say about this, you know what I mean? It's Gear Town, like it's an OG card. It's been around forever. Next on the list, I'm choosing to main 3 Heat Wave. Reason being that sometimes your opponent will make you go first, so you just want to have a little bit of insurance. This deck is not the kind of deck that you're going to be building some crazy first turn board if you go first. We drop this past turn, and then next turn, we go for game. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You know what I mean? Not really more to explain about this. Next on the list, I'm playing 3 Urgent Tuning. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Earth monster, and then 1 level 5 or higher Earth monster. Typically, you'll go for a combination of either Dark Golem and Magical Hound or Dark Golem and Gizmek. Personally, I like going for the Gizmek because I link off with the 2, and then I'll banish the Gizmek to special back to Dark Golem and then activate Dark Golem's effect. So Urgent Schedule is definitely like a must play. Next on the list, we're playing 3 Ancient Gear Advance. Got to run this card. Searches a card when we activate it. And then we can also tribute a card to draw a card. When we tribute to draw a card, we also gain the effect that we can summon level 5 or higher Ancient Gear monsters without tributing. So it's pretty good, pretty good. Next on the list, we're playing 2 Way There's a Will. I decided to play this card just to dig into the deck a little bit more. Yes, Droll is around and it is prevalent, but we don't really care. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do what we want anyway. So playing this card at 2 for me hasn't been bad. And it typically baits out like Ash or anything like that, you know what I mean? Because they really don't want us to dig into our decks that much. So we play 2 in the main, and then game 2, 3, we side it out. Next up on the list, because we play so many free cards, we're playing triple droplet. You know what I mean? We definitely have to run a board breaker in here, and it just helps us go for game, being that it halves attack. So why not? Next up on the list, I'm rocking out with 1 Ancient Gear Catapult and then 1 Ancient Gear Fusion. You only really need 1 in one of these cards. You don't got to go crazy. You could bump up on 2 Fusion if you want to like do the whole play again. But I'm deciding to rock 1 for right now. It's been working out for me. Last up on the list, I'm running this God card Talents because our opponent will respond to something. And when they respond, we have some clapback for that. You know what I mean? Finally, for traps, we're running the 1 Ancient Gear Duel, which is how we'll also go for game in the battle phase. Very nice. But that's about it for the main deck. Let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. Before we go ahead and get into the extra deck, we always got to showcase that Very Nice token. For those of you that don't know, when you see the Very Nice token, just comment below and say Very Nice as a thank you for making the content. Appreciate you. Very nice. For the extra deck, we're running 2 Chaos Ancient Gear Giants. This card is busted. Not only is it a 4500 body, but it's unaffected by spells and traps, and your opponent can't activate monster effects in the battle phase. When you want to sweep your opponent, this is the card that we typically go for, and a lot of times they don't see it coming, and it's just a lot to deal with. So, very nice. Next on the list, I'm running the 1 Ultimate Ancient, the 1 Megaton, and then the 1 Howlitzer. These are the other cards that we play in order to aid us with our one-punch adventures, so you know what I mean? Had to run these cards. Next up on the list, I'm running the 1 Merrymaker and then the 1 Gigantic. This little package allows us to get into Regulus, and then this is a 2800 beater, so you know what I mean? Why not? Next up on the list, we run 1 Baguska, and then we're running 1 Dugaris. This is for a little defense if we ever need. This card right here allows us to double attack, so imagine having this guy and then Chaos on board. He's now 9,000, and that's just a crazy one punch. You know what I mean? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next up on the list, running 1 Clockwork Knight. Not really to explain. It's a machine deck. Going to run Clockwork. Next on the list, I decided to run 1 Vermilion Mech. I decided to run this over the Cleefort because I never really went into this card, but this card is just more viable. This card right here, you could actually go into from Magical Hound and your Dark Golem when you summon them off an urgent schedule. You synchro summon with those 2 and then you use his effect to pop a card, and then you can use Magical Hound to like bounce a face-up spell or trap and then special summon it back. You know what I mean? So it just has more application than Cleefort Genius in my opinion. I never went into this card and just like, I never like look at this card once. So that's why I decided to take it out. But this card has more application. And then once Magical Hound is banished, at any point in time, if this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 of your banished tuners to your hand. I just felt like this card had more application than Cleefort Genius, which is why I'm running it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next up on the list, playing a few generics in the form of IP Masquerena and then the SP Little Knight. Pretty staple and standard. Nothing to say about those. And then lastly on the list, we're playing 2 Ancient Gear Ballista. This card also helps us to go for game, and it's a searcher, so definitely have to run this card at 2. But that's about it for the extra deck. Let's go ahead and get into the side deck. As I always say in every video, the side deck is always subject to change, so take it with a grain of salt, but nonetheless, let's get into the side deck. First on the list, playing 3 Lancia. Nothing to explain about this card. It's like he's all over the place. Next up, we're running 3 Droll in the side. You know what I mean? We side into those depending on our matchups. Next up, I've been teching 1 DD Crow on my side. No matter what side deck I'm building, I always tech 1 DD Crow because it just hits certain cards. Next up, I'm running 2 Thrust. For our Thrust targets, I'm running 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Dark Ruler No More. This might not make sense, but sometimes we just want to clear the board, so this helps us do that. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and then finally I'm running 2 Solemn Judgment. Like I said at the beginning of the side deck, take this with a grain of salt. I didn't really like think about it too much. I just like doing cards that I know that, you know what I'm saying, are potent. But that's about it for the main deck, extra deck, and side deck. And that's about it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been another very nice deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.